Mrs. Penguin's Perfect Palace. Helen Brain. Celeste Beckerling. "I wish I had a house," said Mrs. Penguin. "I don't like living in rubbish." "Dear Mrs. Penguin," said Papa Penguin, "we will build you a palace." So the Penguin family set to work. "The sand is making me itch," grumbled Sissy. "The measurements are wrong," said Bowtie. "I'm hungry," said Gobbles. Mrs. Penguin sighed. She was doing all the work. At last the castle was finished, but the tide came in and washed it away. "We'll try again," said Papa Penguin. "Come, children, we'll build Mama a mansion from stone." So the Penguin family set to work. "The stones are heavy," grumbled Sissy. "The measurements are wrong," said Bowtie. "I'm still hungry," said Gobbles. At last it was finished, but the wind came up and blew it over. Mrs. Penguin was cross. "I'm not doing any more work," she said. "We'll try again," said Papa. "I can't think of anything," said Sissy. "It's too hard." "We haven't got any cement," said Bowtie. "You can't build a proper house without cement." "I'm hungry," said Gobbles. Mrs. Penguin sighed. She was never going to get her home. "Just look at all this mess," she said. Then Mrs. Penguin had an idea. "Bowtie, fetch wood," she said. "Gobbles, pick up plastic. Papa, fetch the hammer. Sissy, find nets." All day they worked. "I'm tired," said Sissy. "Keep working," said Mama. "The measurements are wrong," said Bowtie. "Keep working," said Mama. "I'm still hungry," said Gobbles. "Keep working," said Mama. "It's going to be wonderful," said Papa. "You're doing a good job," said Mama. So they worked and worked and worked and worked, and at last the house was finished. "Welcome to your palace," said Papa. Mrs. Penguin clapped her flippers. "Thank you," she said. "It's Mrs. Penguin's perfect palace."